Hello, everybody, and welcome to Camden County College Cougar Esports. We have some Overwatch 2 action for you here in just a couple of moments. It will be a production crew of just one tonight, so if anything goes wrong, you can blame me. We're going to be heading into game here in just a few moments. I want to set the scene before we do. It will be Rockford University up against Camden County College. It will be a rematch of earlier this season where Rockford did win 3-2. The Regents did. The Cougars almost with the reverse sweep there. So they did drop down 2-0, eventually did claw back to tie it, knotted up at 2 apiece, dropping that final game. So it will be interesting to see. This is the finals. This is the championship. Win or go home time now for both of these squads. So we will get ready and head into that game in just a couple of moments. I understand the teams are pretty much ready to go, so I don't want to take much more time. I just want to say, listen, if you're here, make sure to follow the stream, reward the players, follow the other team's stream as well. Reward this competition. So it's very exciting. So we're gonna pivot to a hold screen. Like I said, we're just here for just a moment, and then we'll be next time that you hear me, we'll be in game. So see you soon.
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower.
Stay close. I can't hear you if you stray.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture. Capture the objective.
Let's mobilize.
The objective is now
That'll help you focus. Activating healing stream. I'm coming in hot.
All right, everybody, welcome here. We've been watching some action, and the Cougars with an early advantage now in this one.
Come on, fire! Defend the objective. Objective is under attack. Get on it. Where is everybody? Enemy contact.
Sorry about that, everybody, and we are back. Early action, Rockford University, Camden County College. Again, if you've been watching since the beginning, it's been the Cougars with the early advantage. Mahoots will go down. Greyhound with the kill. Immediately traded right back, however, so the Cougars still looking for a way in. They did get to 87% on the initial push. They won a couple of team fights there. Now they're going to have to group up. If we take a look at the old economy, Slat has Ultimate available. A number of Rockford players, the Regents with Ultimate. Tuca tries to make a play with the chain, tries to pull somebody to their death. The Maywall going to be annoying. The Cougars are going to have to get to work. Going to have to get some sort of team fight win at some point soon. And now Rockford looks to hold the point here. Mejia gonna pop the ultimate, as does Fizz Trauma. Mahoots is down, which should give the Cougars an opportunity. Genjank with a kill on the Acid Bunch, and now the Cougars are very much in this one. May ultimate being committed, I believe. A number of Cougars down, but definitely not out as Genjank with ultimate gets one, gets a second, but not the third. Are there any Cougars available? I don't think they're gonna make it there. And everything we bargained for and more. Almost some heroics there from Genjank.
1-0.
The Cougars looked comfortable, but Rockford pushing back, responding, getting capture point number 1. They will need one more to take map 1. This is a best of 5 set, everybody, so they are looking either of these squads to get to that third map. So we expect to be in this for the long haul.
I'll find my
And I mean, it's not unusual to see a situation where a team actually comes out swinging in control point, then falls off a little bit. I have also been told that we have some new changes to Winston. I'm not sure if those are live. I'm pretty sure that they are. I've been told he's very strong. The Cougars, the aggressors here, getting a more aggressive position. Oh, and now Jay-Hun is gone early on. Getting sniped out, chained up by Fizz Trauma. And now it will almost certainly fold from here. Tuca will have to look to pull back as he falls there. And so that early pick, I mean, these teams are evenly matched. The Regent's undefeated on the season for a reason. So every single time we see them gain an advantage like that, gain a pick, it's going to yield to a team fight win. And Mejia off the board now as well. Fizz Trauma, a playmaker for his squad, at least thus far. The Cougars are going to have to handle this rogue hog player at some point. Tuca going to Junker Queen. Fizz Trauma goes low. If it's so close, does he get? Yes, does get killed. Genjake with a kill. Jay-Hun with a kill onto Eli. The tank and support no longer available for Rockford, as the team fight will now fold at this point. The Cougars able to pull out a play there. Merhu's almost with the Junkrat ultimate. Jay-Hun must have used his. Didn't hear it, but low enough on that percentage where that must have come through. The Cougars are going to have to get to work. They're going to have a whole lot more than this. Junkrat v Junkrat. Jay-Hun off the board now. As you hear the Junkrat ultimate being used from Rockford, which will yield results, will yield kills. Tyler's still alive. Genjak, you're off to the side. Actually going to throw himself off the edge. Doesn't want to commit any sort of ult percentage over to the Regents. So the Cougars will have to do it all over again. Oh, Tuca being dropped. Jay-Hun dropped as well. And Fizz Trauma. Very much a playmaker for his squad. Genjak gets the ultimate, but gets slept. Pops the ultimate and only yields one, which is going to be huge there. Slat sending the overdrive. Now Tuca using an ultimate, but the Cougars right now pressing maybe. Kill on Eli, which will give them something. Will give them some avenues here. Both supports for the Cougars no longer available. Jay-Hun now gone. Tyler, I think Genjak had made it in for just a split second there, and now it is just Tuca. All up to Tuca, and I don't believe another Cougar will be able to make it in time. So map 1 goes to Rockford University in somewhat convincing fashion. Well, let's take a brief pause, everybody, and just talk about what we saw there. Camden County again, looking good early, Not so much late. Rockford getting some comfort, and they have to be able to solve that Roadhog. Not sure if we'll see that again. We surely could. Of course, we will be swapping maps here. So 1 map to 0. Rockford in the lead, looking for 2 more to take the divisional crown. The Cougars looking to bounce back to knot it up here in map 2, so we'll see you in just a few moments.
Now entering King's Row. Initiating match.
Welcome back, everybody. Camden County College Cougar Esports. We are in the finals. Rockford University, Camden County College, the Regents versus the Cougars. The Regents with the first blood of this match. Will they be able to continue that momentum? Will the Cougars have an answer here in this one? Only time will tell as we get ready to play the game.
I'm in.
Reinhardt, answering the recall.
Well, and that answers one of our questions that we had. Fizz Trauma pulls out the Roadhog again. I love that character in the hands of somebody capable for sure. I mean, this is an opportunity to make large plays very quickly, and as we say that, it'll be Genjank taking the Widow here. He's gonna bide his time and get ready to take a shot. Nothing doing yet. Spots out one. Doesn't have the angle. So the Maywall being used does not get Jeremiah away here. Tuka alive and actually with a kill onto the May player. And now he's onto Fizz Trauma, swinging the large hammer. Doesn't find the kill just yet, but his team has the kills on the support players. The support and DPS gone, and the Cougars have come out swinging here. And that's exactly how to do it. The Cougars come out here with a haymaker. Tuka goes in. Genjank able to trade one and, call that two. Finds two. The tank, Tuka, gone for Camden County, but he'll be rezzed up very, very quickly. And now Genjank showing us what he can do. Fizz Trauma trying to see if they can get another kill here. Fizz Trauma just so tanky. Tuka goes forward and Fist Trauma gone, and Tuka with the hammer from afar. Acid Munch no longer available. The Cougars looking very comfortable now in this attack. Genjank with the swap here to Bastion. A read for him. I know we always, we don't talk enough about the support players. Mejia and Slat, of course, huge for their squad. Oh, here we go. Tuka with the ultimate. He's nanoed up. Fist Trauma trying to respond. Slat dying on the backside of the fight. Fist Trauma with the ultimate from Roadhog will keep things at least on the even kill here. As I say, they J-Hun with the kill onto Acid Munch. And these, oh my goodness, the headshots are just flowing right now for J-Hun. He's looking for Eli behind. Slept up is Fist Trauma. Eli down, and so goes Fist Trauma. The Cougars have this first point in their sights. J-Hun snappy with the aim right now. And now it's Rockford that's going to have to figure out this Bastion and Reinhardt combo. Fist Trauma staying to his roots, staying to this Roadhog selection. I don't think we've seen much change at all from the Regents. Happy with their team composition. May ultimate being used. But the Cougars able to trade a number of kills right back. Genjank from above. A hail of bullets onto Fist Trauma, and he just gets caught up by Tuka! What a play from the tank and DPS players there. The supports keeping the Cougars alive and in that fight. But it was Genjank from above pushing Fist Trauma into Tuka's waiting arms. Genjank does get traded back, but a whole lot of time for the Cougars to play with. With Slat falling there, well, as I say, Mejia can get them up. He does. I think that's a wise decision. Don't want to give up this momentum just yet. Mejia going to pop that ultimate. Tuka goes aggressive, doesn't have the support there from his team. Mejia gonna have to back away. Eli getting traded back. As Genjank with two. Eli right back into the fray, but back to dead again. And Genjank, nifty with the moves. Fist Trauma no longer available as the tank for the Regents. And the Cougars will look to push to end this particular attack run in pretty convincing fashion. Mahuz, though, going to drop the Junkrat ultimate to at least give the Regents an opportunity. J-Hun getting aggressive, pushing in, trying to get this Junkrat player off the table, isn't able to do so. The Cougars almost had that one. There's no doubt about it. The swap here to the Lucio, going to try and prevent some of those high burst ultimates coming from being impactful. Mostly taking a look at the Reaper and the Junkrat. But with no Lucio ultimate available, the Reaper will be able to pop his and get a number of kills as the Cougars are turned away. Two minutes and 20 seconds, plenty of time.
Why seek answers when...
Now, I mean, it is important to note that the Cougars will have to show us what their defense looks like after this one.
Actuating the barrier.
Genjank gets pulled in, is alive, but Tuka is not. And Genjank also falls as the Cougars attack turned away once again. Minute 40 seconds. The Cougars had all of the momentum here. Looked like the better squad. one of the players, one of the support players for Camden County, no longer part of this attack, and now another support biting the dust. And the Cougars would be advised to just kind of back away here, because Fizz Trauma is looking for picks, and before these attacks can even get going, they are stopped. McCree Ultimate being used does find one. That might be all that is needed, but it doesn't matter. Acid Munch able to erase that mistake, and now with only 48 seconds remaining, the Cougars will have one more shot at it with only Slat's ultimate available shortly, Genjank as well. But if you take a look, Rockford with 4 ultimates, the Reaper nearly with theirs as well, so that would be a full deck.
30 seconds remaining.
Tuka gonna swap here to the Doomfist, gonna try and find something. Mahia finds one onto Acid Munch, and that is the Mercy, so that mistake won't be erased. Eli using their ultimate to try and tank some of this DPS, but here it comes. This is where that ultimate difference is going to be a big difference. Genjank goes low. If he can stay alive, does have the Genji ultimate to play with, finds some health. Overtime is now in effect. The Genji ultimate coming out in a few moments, you would think. Not finding an opportunity, wanting to extend the fight. And I'm not sure the Cougars have anyone available nearby. They don't. So they will not be able to push the payload all the way to the finish line. All the way to the final point. And we will swap sides.
0 to 2. Switching sides.
Both of these squads, again, clearly evenly matched, but Rockford just with enough
Match.
of an advantage. So the Cougars will think about it, go back to the drawing board. They've got to like a lot of what they've seen. So just a couple of adjustments might be all that's required.
Ready for battle.
Bastion, you by chance got a can opener in there? I'm aiming to crack open a snack.
If there's any opportunity, it's going to be early on. It was Rockford that pretty much gave up the initial control point very, very quickly. With just a couple of picks, they decided to cede that over to the Cougars. So again, if they can firm up the defense early, Camden County would start to take some advantage here, but there's a whole lot of time, and Rockford doesn't even need to make it all the way to the final control point.
5,
So the Cougars will have their work cut out for them
2, 1. Attack.
here on defense.
Defend objective A.
You're completely healed.
Oh, the Symmetra teleporter is going to give Rockford a position above. And this Bastion, just like we saw earlier from Genjank, raining hell. But it looks like Rockford might be in a tough situation as 2 fall. Genjank being traded right back, but that mistake immediately erased. The Cougars hold serve on this first attack. Although I love the idea from Rockford, the teleporter there. I mean, we see the Symmetra teleporter being used effectively, creatively. Definitely the case there. Oh, Jay Hunt falling on the backside of the fight. And that's the kind of opening the Cougars don't want to have happen, but it won't matter because, again, the mistake erased as Genjank has gone huge here. The damage has been true. The supports have been fantastic because a team fight like that, you would surely expect that somebody else besides Genjank, or excuse me, besides just Jaehyun, would go down. So that's got to be good support play. Tuku going awfully low. Gets shielded up, gets healed up as well. Genjank with not a kill, but Murhuz, the Symmetra, no longer available. And as a number of kills come through, Jay Hunt going huge here with 3, looks for a 4th onto Fizz Trauma. One segment of the control point has been gained. Oh my goodness, and again, Jay Hunt with the snappy aim.
Hey there.
And it's amazing because these two squads are definitely evenly matched. If we recall, it was Rockford that wasn't even able to get the first, wasn't able to defend one team fight on this first control point, and it's the Cougars that are giving them something to think about here. Fizz Trauma finds the pick. Mejia and Jay Hunt no longer available. Tuka goes so low. Genjank trading 1, but it will only be 1 as the Cougars finally give up the initial control point. As only Slat will be alive to tell about it.
60 seconds remaining.
But no doubt that there was a better defense for the Cougars.
Don't let that payload move any further.
Fizz Trauma moving over to the Junker Queen now. Slat on his way to rejoin his team. Reinhardt does have ultimate available. Might just hold this side here, this angle on this corner. I think Rockford knows it's happening. Does find one onto Fizz Trauma as a number of Rockford players will fall. The Cougars' defense is up to the challenge, at least thus far. A couple of more, they're going to have to do a whole lot more though. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. The Cougars have to run for the hills. They go low, but the support players keeping them alive. Genjank with a pick, immediately rezzed by Acid Punch. And Genjank with his own artillery retaliation. Fizz Trauma wreaking havoc, and look how low the Cougar players are. But still not falling. The support play from the Cougars, immaculate. Mejia having to run and dodge, dink and dive from Eli, but they will survive. And again, it's Camden County. It's going to be the Cougars firming up here. Taking a look at the old economy, it's now this time it favors Camden County. Slat and Jay Hunt both can pull the trigger at any time, and Fizz Trauma going back, trying to make a play with the Roadhog. And Reinhardt, Tuka with ultimate available can use it at any time now. A couple more teamfight wins and the Cougars would have the map, but we have a long way to go until that point. Does pull the trigger. Fizz Trauma makes it out alive. A couple of kills, a DPS, and support gone. The support res right back up, but a support traded. Slat and Tuka trying to hold it down. Genjank will fall as well. A lot of time burned, so the Cougars have done themselves some favors here. 1 minute and 55 seconds to prevent Rockford from going any further than they did. As you can see, 65.57 meters. It was Camden County with a whole lot more time at this point, so it can be done. We've seen it already. But they're going to have to win 2 or 3 team fights for sure. Oh, and Fizz Trauma canceling the ultimate from Jay Hunt. Is that the opening that they need? Mejia also falling. Genjank knows that he's got to use this time. it looks like the Cougars may fall here. They will have to put up some resistance right here, right now. Acid Munch gets rezzed up, but so many Cougars are falling. And map 2 will go the way of Rockford.
Play of the game.
We'll take a look at the play of the game. Again, it was the play of the game that went to Camden County, but the victory belongs to the Regents of Rockford University. All right, so 2 games in the books, just like it was in the regular season. Again, Rockford went up 2-0 all the way back, and I want to say it was week 2. It was the Cougars that forced a Game 5 in that one. So we hope that history repeats itself up to a point. We're hoping the Cougars can complete the reverse sweep here in the Overwatch 2 championship here in Varsity Plus. So we'll take just a brief moment. We will be back with, what we hope is not the final game, but Rockford surely trying to make it the final game of the fall season for the Cougars in Overwatch 2. But stay tuned, and we'll be right back with some more.
Initiating match. Ready for battle. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Initial flashpoint. Mark it. Gotta go.
All right, welcome back, everybody, and we are getting right into it, fast and furious. Rockford knocking on the door, needing only one fist trauma, bringing out the Roadhog early here, trying to find a play, trying to find a pick. Fist trauma goes so low, but he is somehow alive. And without Genjank, it's going to have to be another Cougar to make a play. Tuka has found an angle behind here. Again, the Doomfist is able to wreak so much havoc. The Cougars found one, but it was a whole lot more found on the side of Rockford. So the Cougars were at least able to find a spot where they were able to push up that percentage for a little while. So even though the team fight went the way of Rockford, Cougars were able to make their presence felt, we'll say. Tuka goes low, is still alive. Fist trauma low as well, gets slept, and is so very low. The Doomfist ultimate is available. And Tuka looks to get aggressive. Eli with a kill and a slap, but traded right back. The Junkrat no longer available. And there was Tuka with at least, we'll call it a bevy of kills.
Maybe stick to magazine cover.
And again, as you can tell, these teams are evenly matched. Camden County more than belongs here. And that was without two supports. Both Slat and Mejia having to rejoin. The Cougars calling for Mejia to go to Brigitte on account of the fact that Tuka isn't going to have that shield available. And Tuka not letting Fist Trauma make any sort of play. But he surely wants to. Mejia. One support gone and a second will join. Genjank trading one back, but they'll have to do the rest here on their own. It's just going to be Tuka here on the Doomfist. Try and hold the line. The first control point goes on over to Rockford.
Flashpoint garden.
Positioning.
A long way to go in this one, but Rockford, you have to imagine starting to believe, and that's not how you want to get things started if you're Camden County. Mejia picked off here. Jay Hun trying to get something here. Rockford beginning to frustrate the Cougars here. I think it's no doubt that they are pressing a little bit, knowing that this could be the final map of their season. Not wanting to go quietly into the night as Genjank gets hooked, but at the very least lives to tell about it. All eyes on the two tank players. Wisely, Tuka goes for the back line here. And somehow Fist Trauma lives. And Eli, of course, was there healing their teammate. Camden County puts up the brakes, puts on the brakes, the E-brake. Not willing to go quietly yet in this one.
Good to see you. Hey.
If we take a look, it was a couple of ultimates. The Doomfist ultimate, Genjank's also pulling the trigger.
fighting. Excellent team. Aerial positioning underway.
I mean, if we want to take a look at team composition, and as I say that, Fizz Trauma with another pick. Jae-Hun trading at least one back, but that's all it will be. As the Pharaoh will look to try and stay alive, does take one with him. Slat here. It's just going to be hooked up by Fizz Trauma, and it really is this Roadhog that Camden County isn't able to solve. I mean, and I want to give kudos to the support players on the side of Rockford as well, because Fizz Trauma feels a whole lot tankier than a Roadhog should. The May is gone, and the way might not be shut. Tuka going to use the Doomfist ultimate. Slat has been killed, and another support falls, and the Cougars might have this attack short-circuited. But Jae-Hun from above, trying to find something. Genjank and Tuka, the last remaining here, and Fizz Trauma refuses to die. Slat and Mejia rejoining their squad, but there won't be much left to rejoin here as they're all looking to respawn. Now again, I keep trying to say it, I keep not having an opportunity to do it. This team composition for the Cougars does give the Roadhog a whole lot of opportunity here. Again, Tuka, the shield, not available. Nothing blocking it their way. Genjank tagged up solo by Junkrat. And can Tuka find this pick? No! The heals, he just spots it now. But there is no tank. Fizz Trauma not available to defend this flashpoint. Looks like as an extended team fight, I believe a 3-for-3. And this team fight just refuses to end now. Tuka with Doomfist ultimate available once again. And it's Fizz Trauma come back to play. But without any support at all. Surely the Cougars can get him off point. Mejia dropping the Lucio ultimate. Not sure if I agree with that one. May come in handy later on. At the very least, not too many ultimates at the moment to contend with. But Merhuz and Acid Munch will have it available here. So what we haven't spotted out, we haven't seen any picks for Camden County. All of the picks have been on the side of Rockford. Jae-Hun looks to get aggressive, can't find that kill. Tuka gonna drop the Doomfist ultimate just to buy some time, does find Verhoots from above, and looks to extend the game. %. Can the Cougars make it? They cannot, and that will be it. Rockford University taking it in straight maps, in straight sets. 3-0. And I know we talked a lot about Fizz Trauma, but I think it's apt that Eli here gets play of the game, because there are a number of aggressive ultimates that we saw from them. and also was keeping Fizz Trauma alive during that entire time. So there it is. The Overwatch season in the fall is over. If you're watching here, make sure to follow the stream. Let's make sure that we give a hand in chat. You dropped me a little emoji there for the Overwatch squad. They had a great season, really finding themselves, getting all the way to the final. But came up just a little bit short. So we'll see how they retool. Of course, they will be back in the spring in just a couple of... well, we will start to have streams back on here at the end of January, so just a little over 6 weeks or so. So make sure to stay tuned for that. But yes, at the end of the day, Rockford, they're regents with a strong Overwatch squad, taking the divisional crown. So props to them, hats off to them. If you happen to be new to the stream and you're a Camden County College student, please get in touch. Please send us a message. Hop in our Discord. If you're looking to compete, we certainly want you to. Will be a number of vacancies throughout the entire program on a number of squads. And who knows? I mean, esports being so scalable, we may even have 2 teams, 2 Overwatch teams, 2 Valorant teams. It could happen. We'd love to see it. So at some point, make sure to get in touch. Drop a follow if you haven't already. Camden County College Cougar Esports. Oh, and one last thing. I would be remiss if I did not mention that we also have an esports production degree. So if you've watched this stream this semester, you've seen a number of our students here working on the stream, on the back end, also as a caster in this role here. You'll see less and less of me as the seasons progress, as our production students start to take a larger and larger role every single semester. So we look forward to that. You'll still see me once in a while, I'm sure. But point is, if you're a student or a prospective student, you're thinking, oh, this could be interesting just to work on the production, make all of this come to life. Also get in touch with us. We'll get you some information. Associate's degree, 2-year degree now articulates to Stockton University. Very excited. All right, everybody. I've hit all of the plugs that I need to. Again, this is Camden County College Cougar Esports signing off. We will see you on Thursday night at 7:30 for Rainbow Six Siege. So until then, have a great night, stay safe, and GG.